let's get into this self-deportation app. Now, the CBP One app was an app that Biden administration had created that essentially allowed for migrants to come into the United States of America and essentially get on a waiting list to basically be taking advantage of the American taxpayer system. But they would come all the way over to the Mexican border, and then eventually they would jump on a CBP One app in order to safely cross over to the United States of America, still illegally because they wasn't American citizens and they didn't go through the right way and they didn't have green cards, but it was a way to expedite the process to get inside of the United States of America without having to worry about all of the possible dangers that go along with it. Well, when Trump came in office on day one, they shut down the application, okay? They shut down the app. Now, they've reopened the app, but it's not the same app. They're basically allowing for people to deport, self-deport. Now, some people would ask themselves, why would a person join this app in order to self-deport, especially considering they're already in the United States of America and they just waiting to get caught by ICE? It's a reason for that. Check it out.
Well, breaking right now, the Trump DHS is launching a new self-deportation app for illegal immigrants, giving those in the U.S. illegally an incentive to cooperate. And Bill Mallusian is live in L.A. with more. Hi, Bill.
Dana, good morning to you. So this is pretty remarkable. The Trump administration has taken that controversial CBP One cell phone app for migrants that the Biden administration was using, and they've repurposed it into a self-deportation app that is officially launching today. And we're getting an exclusive first look at it. Take a look. The app is now called CBP Home. It allows illegal aliens in the U.S. to register to self-deport. They fill out biographical information, including their countries of citizenship, which country they plan to return to, their alien registration numbers, their contact information, and it allows them to upload photos of themselves to confirm their identity. All of it is then submitted to CBP, and they leave the country. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why would an illegal immigrant want to self-deport? Well, DHS says if they leave now, they will have the opportunity to return to the U.S. legally in the future and chase the American dream. But if they don't leave, they will be found, arrested, detained, and deported with a permanent ban on entry into the United States.
So, I'm going to give you the game, and I'm going to present this to you in the same way that I presented this to you. For all of y'all that was sitting there telling me that you're not taking a buyout that Trump and Elon Musk said and offered to you guys, and you said, I ain't doing that. Ha, Anton. I can't believe you even sitting here having this conversation with me. Listen and listen closely. I know we got some illegals that listen to this program, or maybe you know a couple of illegals that you need to send this to. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I warned y'all, and I told y'all. I said, listen, they're offering this buyout, but don't think that they're not going to come to your organization with a fine-tooth comb. You have an opportunity to get paid all the way through September, update your resume, and still be getting paid while you go into the private sector. Or you can take a risk. You can take a risk and say, nope, nothing is ever going to happen to the federal government. Elon Musk is not going to see this through. Doge is not going to tap into my organization. And my diversity, equity, and inclusion job is protected by the federal government because nothing ever happens with government jobs. Then I seen y'all on the app like, I can't believe it. I should have took the buyout. My organization is being dismantled and I got 5 bullet points that I was supposed to submit, and I decided that I didn't want to submit it, and now I'm suing for my job back. And I said, look, you have to weigh your options. We had a whole conversation about it. You didn't pay attention to what I had to say, and now you're paying the price for it. Some people took the buyout. They said, you know what, Anton? It's not such a bad idea. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom anyway. Some people took the buyout because they said, you know what, Anton? You know what? I do have a great education. I'm great at what I do. I can take advantage of this, get paid, use that money to invest in myself or invest in a business or invest in my portfolio or help pay off my mortgage or whatever it is. And then I can go and make more money doing something else. Some of you risked it and you got craps. His snake ass. Same thing for this situation, okay? Now, you can risk it and you can try to hide for the next 4 years and hope and pray that there is not another Republican Party that comes in 2028 and is hunting for you. You can risk it, you can wing it, you can play games, but they've already started to make examples of people. You can risk it, you can wing it, you can play games, but they have already started to make examples of people. What is Anton saying right now? I am telling you that they are saying that you can use this app to self-deport so that you can come back into the country at some point legally. That means doing it the right way, the way that you should have did it the first time. Or you can sit there and complain and cry on TikTok when ICE come and get your boyfriend and you pregnant and you trying to figure out how you going to make it and he got to go back to Venezuela. It's up to you. It's up to you.
In a statement to Fox News, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said in part, quote, "The Biden administration exploited the CBP-1 app to allow more than 1 million aliens to illegally enter the United States. With the launching of the CBP Home app, we are restoring integrity to our immigration system. If they don't self-deport, we will find them, deport them, and they will never return." The Biden administration's use of the CBP-1 app allowed more than 40,000 migrants to come into the U.S. at a port of entry every single month. That totaled nearly 1 million migrants by the end of his presidency. President Trump terminated that app immediately upon taking office, leading to scenes like this, showing migrants dismayed at the border on the day of his inauguration as they learned their CBP-1 appointments were canceled and were never coming back. And DHS tells me that any migrants who had that CBP-1 app on their phone will see it automatically update to this new self-deportation app starting today. And DHS can also use the data from the prior CBP-1 registrations to track migrants for removal. So in a nutshell, Dana, Trump just took Biden's program, which was bringing migrants in, and has now totally repurposed it to get them out. We'll send it back to you.
And I started hearing some radio ads that were mirroring some of the ads from the new secretary on cable. Now they're now on radio, and they're going to be in those countries as well and targeting them so that they know not to come or to go ahead and get themselves out of the country.
Have y'all ever seen that scene in Superman when they sent Kal-El from Krypton because Krypton was dying, and they were also sending the people that was trying to have an insurgence on Krypton, and they were actually sending them into space. And before they froze them up and sent them into space, he was like, "I will find you." Have y'all never seen that scene before? That is basically Tom Homan. Tom Homan is going to find you. There is nothing you can do to hide. My advice personally, now I know that you're not looking for my advice, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Self-deport. Self-deport. I'm trying to tell you that you have an opportunity, or maybe you can just go. Maybe you can just go and make your own place great. Maybe you can go and make your own country great. Y'all never seen that scene where he said that he would go find them? This is what you need to be looking forward to. If you're considering staying over here illegally, but you got caught, remember I showed you this scene right here, okay? Oh, I can't watch it? Okay, let me see if I can find it somewhere else. That was General Zod's trial. I have a feeling that if I play it, then I'm going to have to cut it out of the stream anyway. It is what it is. Oh, well. But the point that I'm making is that you guys have to be very, very careful with your decision making, because that could be the determination for whether or not you can come back over here illegally. You can come back over here legally, or if you want to get deported because you are an illegal migrant inside of the United States of America. It's not worth it. I've always found, and maybe it's just because I'm that type of person, but I've always personally found that I am not the type of guy that can get away with doing something that other people can get away with doing. And you may be that type of person. I'm the guy that will be sitting there in line, and it could be 50 of us in line, and I'll be thinking to myself, they not gonna select me, and they be like, you with the AD shirt on. Can you please step out of line, sir? I'm the person that, you know what I'm saying, going through TSA, and they gonna go select me for a hand check almost every single time. I'm the person that, for whatever reason, when I was coming up, I could not steal with the rest of my friends. When they was going into the corner store and stealing the 25-cent chip bags and the little juices, the little 25-cent juices that they used to have back in the day, I couldn't do that because for whatever reason, the man behind the counter knew my mama, and you know what I'm saying? They knew my parents, and they was gonna make a phone call because they was related to Auntie Stephanie and Auntie. And you know what? I say, Anton, they said that they caught you in the corner store with them thugs and them hoodlums. What you doing? I've never been that type of person. So what I've learned earlier in my life is that I have to, the quarter water. I have to be the person that just got to do it the right way. Is no point in trying to finesse. I'm going to get caught. I'd rather not even be in this position in the first place. You was skipping school. The police ran up in the spot that y'all was having a house party. I just so happened to go into the kitchen to get some water when they came and kicked in the door. Caught. Man, how come I'm always the one that's always getting caught? Every time. Every single time. Every time. And my turning point in life is that I was of a certain age. I was in school. And I decided to sneak out of the house one night. And I decided to go and link up with this girl. And so I went and linked up with the girl. I'm going to give y'all a little bit behind the scenes. I went and linked up with this girl, and I had everything planned out right. It was all mapped out. It was all beautiful. And for whatever reason, and I don't know if God just designated that I'm supposed to get caught, the alarm didn't go off. The alarm, I had like 4 different alarms set off, and none of them went off, and I overslept. As soon as I got home, like, After that day, I said, never again. I'm done with finessing. I'm done trying to do things that the world is doing. I am not meant to be of the world. I am supposed to be doing something a certain type of way, and my success is going to have to come differently. Everybody else, they can do whatever they got to do. I'm just going to do it the right way. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting caught. I'm not hanging out with people that ain't supposed to be hung out with. I'm going in a different direction. That's when my life started taking off. That's literally when my life started taking off. Is when I decided that I'm no longer going to get caught up.
Huh?
Hey, Mom, you busy? I'm on a live stream.
Oh yeah, getting ready to go in the bank with Craig. What's up, babe?
Do you remember when I snuck out to be with that girl?
Yeah, I do. I remember. Yes. Uh-huh.
That was a perfect plan. I wasn't supposed to get caught.
No, it wasn't. He was only 11, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Yep, I was 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was not the perfect plan.
It was a perfect plan. I wasn't supposed to get caught. I woke up late.
All kids think like that. That was not the perfect plan. What if Leslie did that? Perfect?
No, that's not that. No, that doesn't count.
No.
We're not talking about
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Boys,
yeah.
boys will be boys. That's what we do.
That's the wrong answer, and that's what I was told all of my life, and that's not true. No, and that's the problem with the entire society. How about that? No, wrong.
I loved her at the time.
No, you didn't. He was 11. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear your own voice?
Ah! Bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh my God, my life is something else. My life is something else. Yes, yes, yes. So many different people, so many different times, but I love them all. From the time that I was 10, 11 years old, I loved them all. I did. I truly love them. Anyways, trying. What you mean trying, Will Nola? I wasn't trying. I was living life. The stuff that everybody started doing in high school, I had already lived it. I was moved on to something completely different by the time that I got to high school. Anyways, make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.